All right, let's go over my no-gi pans matches. So this is my first big tournament as a purple belt after getting promoted at Worlds, and I'm going to face off against Dean, who's a super cool guy. He won the World Championships in gi a few months ago, and I think he took second at no gi last year. Very strong guy. I am coming in very heavy, which is the plan. Nice big belly, but lots of hand fighting capabilities. And unfortunately for me, the night before, I ate something that was very not good for me. And my stomach had been horrible. And I'd kind of recovered. I mean, I wasn't feeling weak or anything like that. So I'm able to go pretty well. I'm doing some good hand fighting here. Uh, I'm working my best Greco stuff, even though we're bent over. So it's collar tied. My plan is to wear them out, do the thing. And the plan's going pretty well. Um, so far, so good. Continue to control that elbow. I always want to be underneath the elbow, holding that up off my neck so they can't snap. I'm going for a crossbody 2-on-1. I get in on that, and then I come across, he pulls out, which all that takes a lot of effort on his side. I'm constantly working that, pulling the head, making a move, etc. So feeling pretty good so far. Everything's going great. We're both getting dinged for stalling because we're doing the bear dance. We end up going over in the corner here. I saw concrete and kind of tripped out. So we go over there, and I'm like, no, 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 we're going out of bounds, and I don't want to. So I'm like, no, 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 please don't do anything crazy. He didn't have any advantage. I just don't want to go out of bounds. He's like, oh, okay, cool. So I had a good arm drag, and I'm like, I'm sorry, man. Like I'd been blast doubled in a wrestling tournament, but in opens into the concrete, and it took me a long time to recover. So I'm just like, whoa, 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 whoa. Anyhow, um, I know it's probably a wuss move, but I need to still continue to function work. So anyhow, we're continuing to work on snaps. Continuing to control the elbow. He underhooks. I then step up, and the key here is pull the elbow and stand up with it. So I'm looking to throw. He pulls out, and I'm pulling his head again. I come out of position here for a second after I get this drag. So I'm blocking the underhooks and 2-on-1s, hand fighting. Again, everything's going good. I'm pretty happy with what's going on in the match. I'm just like, yeah, 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 yeah. I don't mind that crossbody. I want to step outside and dump. So I need to get behind the elbow. I'm inside the elbow, which I don't, that's not, there we go. Crossbody, drag, all this working really well. No issues with what I'm doing in the match. I am now way nose over toes, and he recognizes it. But I reshoot on the single here after he snaps you down. Um, and I feel his hand on my ankle, so I'm going to pivot my hips under. Boom. And then he's able to pull me in, which is right there when I underhooked his ankle, and you saw his foot pop. Yeah, he tore his ligament on there. Now, here's where my problems arise. I'm on my back. I want to bridge right here. I'm going to bridge. I'm going to do all my things, and then you'll see me just basically give. And I gave because bad things happened, and I was worried that I would make a mess on the mat. And I basically, we're talking here because I'm like, I'm sorry, man, that stank. It really stank bad. And I'm like, I'm not doing anything now. I don't want to, he's pushing on my belly. I don't want to bridge. I don't feel comfortable doing anything. I don't want to have an accident on a blue mat and have video of that. So I would rather give the tap up. And if you're like, hey man, go ahead and do that, it's okay. I don't. Nobody will remember this loss later, other than this funny story I'm telling right now. So, uh, live to fight another day. I'm just completely uncomfortable with everything that's going on at this point in time, and I'm like, just go. He didn't. There was no pain. There wasn't anything other than I don't want what's going to happen next to happen, and I'm frustrated with myself because my body, boom, didn't work. And then I point him like, are you okay? And he's like, I tore my ligament. So I felt bad, but yeah, it sucks. He's a good guy. I'm mad at myself. I don't want to hurt a competitor. That deal when I hooked that was it's it's nothing. I'm not doing anything bad. It just if you decide to fight it, eventually you're going to hurt yourself. So he's yeah. I'm like okay, so all right. So I felt a little better. A couple hours later, opens came out, and I'm like, all right, let's redeem myself. My stomach had quieted down to nothing, um, and here we go. So I'm just going to ham fight. I'm not going to do anything dangerous. I'm just going to work my ham fighting techniques here. I want to climb the elbow. Always climb the elbow. Always climb the elbow. If he switches off, I switch to the other side, climb the elbow. Boom. I'm fine with everything that's going on there. He punched me in the eye. I'm like, don't punch me in the eye. He's like, I'm sorry. So I'm staying low and things are going well here. I'm holding the center. I always want to hold the center. If it goes 0-0s, then I want to be the guy who's constantly attacking. I get behind the elbow here. He tries to step in, and I'm going to drag him down with that 2-on-1. He pulls guard. So I know I have another match. I'm a big dude. I'm old. I don't want to spend a lot of energy. I'm okay with sitting in his guard here. I'm up to nothing. And if you're some young guy that's super crazy and wants to go nuts, great. I'm 270 pounds, and yeah, I'm fat, but I'm also that's a lot of muscle, and that takes a lot of cardio to kind of get up and do the things. So I'm okay with being looking busy and working the things. If I get past the guard, I'm okay. Right now, as long as I'm here and I'm working it past the guard and continuing to move, I'm not going to get stalled, and neither is he. So I'm fine on both counts. It's just strategy, old fat man strategy. I'm making sure that he can't do anything to my wrist or whatever. I'm controlling his wrist, controlling my position here. His coach is telling him to do all the things. I just want to control his head. I'm like, oh, I don't like that underhook there. So let's get out of that. I'm controlling his bottom wrist as much as I can. I want to stick that to the mat, and when I stick that to the mat, it controls his back. I'm trying to fight my elbow inside of his top knee here, so I can pass that and pressure. I just need to pressure one side down. He's got both knees inside. He's trying to butterfly. He's too short to butterfly me. That's just not going to work well. So see the hand is stapled on the mat there. I'm going to hold that. That isolates the entire shoulder, and that also gave me a chance to step over that bottom knee. So I'm also controlling the trap on the far side there. I'm just looking for a way to be able to trap that, get that bottom knee past my hip line and rotate through without spending a bunch of energy. Again, look busy, not get stalled, not get dinged. Boom, I've got the hip controlled now, and I've got the head. He's got that. I should backstep right here, but I'm just like, I'm fine. I'll push the knee through, and there, now pressure. All right, cool. Now I'm in my game. Even half guard, my half guard top pressure is brutal, and I'm trying to pass that far side elbow. If I can get a head and arm right here, even if I'm at half guard, I am completely fine. So he tries to underhook. I'm going to right on the throat. That stops that underhook and sit up mentality immediately. He's like, let me get out of here. I don't like this. Now what happens usually is I start pushing on my shoulder, and then I'm just going to pass. And everything is slow motion. I'm not trying to do anything fast. I'm just slowly applying pressure. Because I got a head arm there for a second, they gave me oh no, it's passing like half guard back to guard advantage. His coach tells him to stand up. I'm like, thanks, I'll take the free two if you stand up. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep working here. All right, stand up. Cool. My hand fighting is great, so I'm all right there. And even though he's shorter than I am, he's not really able to capitalize that. So I'm just going to try and stay in good position, keep my knees bent, and being able to be move. Again, he underhooked, so I just overhooked. Um, I should have got two. Oh, I got a advantage. I don't know why I didn't get two there, but I guess he didn't consider that a takedown. He's going to shoot. Boom, sprawl. That was bad. And he, for a second, catches me in the reverse triangle, or tries to, but I'm massive. It's really for that guy that size to try and triangle me is a lot, and I'm actually going to put myself in his guard between his legs. I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore. Stop moving around. You're squirming too much. This isn't big guy stuff. And boom, I'm in your guard. You're not. That's it. We're done. So I'm happy. I just noticed that I was able to fully bend my knee there. So when I'm completely warmed up, my left knee works again. He's like, stand up. And I'm like, give me a second. I'm going to take a second here. So I'm like, no, 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 I'm not gassed out. I'm just relaxing, just chatting. All right. So that's my first match in the Opens division, Master 6 Purple. And this is my second one. This is the finals. This guy had a brutal match with a guy who was super aggressive. He kept like, the previous guy kept pushing in his throat, like in between his thumb and his forefinger. I'm kind of glad I didn't get the other guy because I got mad. I don't like it when people do that stuff, pushing on my larynx. You can hurt somebody. So I'm just going to have fight. But he's squirmy. So, like, he just keeps fighting. They restart because I guess they didn't think the time was or something. I was like, are we okay? They needed to switch us. He said, switch the scores. I don't know, whatever they're doing. I'm like, oh, did I do something wrong? So his coaches are telling him to underhook me, to unwind me, to drag me, and I'm doing all the things to him. So I'm just hand fighting here. And before on my previous video, I kind of sped through this. Look, I'm trying to get behind that elbow. I'm always trying to control behind that elbow. And I'm blocking off. He's feeding me the underhook. I'm trying to get to the underhook or elbow or now these shorter, faster guys. I have to be careful that they don't shoot on me. So I'm making sure my head is down in front of their head. First line of defense in wrestling, your head. So I practice what I preach. This is what I teach. The next step is there. So as he pressures off, I'm trying to elbow pass him there, and I'm staying in the center. I'm just hand fighting, hand fighting. Again, if it becomes a bear dance, it's 0-0s. He's running from me the entire time. So even though I'm bigger and fatter and slower, I'm making him run from me. So I want to wear his neck out. I'm trying to just put pressure, pull on him, make him pull himself up, stand himself up. I want to wear his back out. So we're now 2 minutes in out of 5. So sometimes I'll open up to try and get them to do things. Open my elbows up, fly my elbows out. Okay, underhook me. See what happens, right? That's you see what happens when you underhook me. I come over and then pressure down that elbow, and I can throw from there, but you have to be careful you don't end up on bottom. So I'm just being super cautious. So I'm continuing to fight. He's continuing to run. He's going to get a double stall here. I'm like, we're working. We're not stalling. So I don't mind that crossbody where his head's actually in the hole. I teach all my wrestler people not to put your head out there, but I like it because I can open my hips up real fast and get that drag. If my head's in the hole, then I'm actually a little further away. So it's kind of funny, uh, but it becomes a more advanced technique as you get older, as you get more experienced. So I'm not scared of him shooting when I have my hand posted on his shoulder. That's my feeler gauge. But if I don't have anything posted and we're just hand fighting, I need to keep my head lower than his head. So we've got space here. Notice as I approach, boom, I'm going to start grabbing legs. I'm going to show more effort here to show in case we do the stall. I need to make sure that I'm showing that I'm doing attacks and he's running. Boom, pulling his head. Every time you notice his posture starting to go lower and lower, I'm wearing him out. So, I mean, I should be wore out before he is, but I can I can do a 5 minute match, no problem, especially him fighting. He's very slippery. He's been taught very good defensive. He's just not offensive in any of his hand fighting. He's just straight fighting. There's another leg grab. These are old freestyle wrestling tricks to show that. There we go. Nice snap down as you can cross body. And there's my two. That's what I want. And we have 40 seconds. And I'm telling him, great job. Amazing match. Good job. Right. It's over. There's nothing he can do to, I mean, he'd have to do something crazy to be able to get me to finish. And I'm happy here. I've got his wrist controlled on the bottom. Let me put, you see, I put myself in his guard. You're not getting up now. You're not able to do anything to me. I can block off with my elbows. You're not going to be able to triangle me, especially a guy that size. All he's going to do is give me the pass. 1, 2, 3. They just finished it early. And I'm like, good job, man. Good job. So, I mean, it's all just in fun. Even though Pans and Worlds is Pans and Worlds. I'm happy with my performance. I'm happy with what I came back with. It sucks what happened in my first match. I definitely won't be going out and having a shrimp cocktail the night before and a bunch of steak and all this stuff. I'm going to keep it really controlled. But it was fun.